Hi, this is Karen Swan with Solo PR Pro. If you like these videos, please remember to subscribe, like, and share.
Hi, I'm Karen, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about what to charge. But we're going to back up a couple of steps. Before you can set your rate, it's really important to examine your attitudes about money. One of the biggest obstacles that I've seen in over a decade of working with solo PR pros is money makes people really uncomfortable. And as a solo PR pro, especially coming out of the traditional workforce, sometimes we have this personalization attached to charging for our services. And so we sometimes think, well, I can't charge that much. And we think it becomes a statement of how we feel about ourselves and how we value ourselves. But in reality, in the entrepreneurial world, this is just a business transaction. It's not personal. Whether people accept a proposal or decline it, it's not an acceptance or rejection of you as a human being. It's simply a no or a maybe not right now, or even a yes when you get a yes to the services that you offer. And so begin to do the work now of learning how to talk about pricing and money and not attach this emotion to it, because that will really serve you well and begin to prepare the way for you to begin to set a rate. So it's another reason why I really honestly like when you start out to have a company name, because then it becomes the company and it sort of puts a layer between yourself and the business, and you can really begin to think of it as a business. Your business has a rate chart. You have a set of pricing and fees that you charge. It's not you. They're not paying you because you're a human being. They're paying a business to conduct a service for them. I know a lot of people like to just have their name. It's simple, it's easy, and I get it. And if you do that, that's not wrong. So it's not a wrong way to go, but one way to really begin to distinguish yourself and to really begin to look at it as a business and you as the owner of the business rather than the entirety of your identity being in it is to just have a separate company name. It's not that difficult to do, and you can still have an LLC. This does not remove the ability for you to have an LLC. Okay, so the reason that that's really important is because people tend to limit themselves when there's this emotion and this personal value attached to it. They limit the fees that they set. And again, I've said this in previous videos, and it's true. I find that way over 90% of people can raise their rates. They charge too little. It is rare for me to find solos, and usually they're seasoned professionals who are really savvy about the financial aspects of their business that on their own, without prompting and without some coaching, are actually charging what they should be charging. So a couple of other things about money. Don't use your salary as the barometer for what you charge in the marketplace. Number one, it's very different. And I want you to think about this. You may not even be paid your worth in the market. I have a friend who knows that she is in a job right now where she is paid $30,000 less a year than what she is really worth and what peers are really being paid. So she's underpaid. So why would you go into your own business and continue to underpay yourself? But here's the other reality check. Let's look at how a company works. In a company, there are dollars that are allocated to pay employees. That's a budget item. It's a budget line item. And so companies manage to that budget line item. Doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is going to be paid what they're worth. They're going to be paid what the company has budgeted. And if you've ever worked for a corporation that froze salaries and froze raises, then you understand that. You don't get a raise in a traditional job every year based upon truly what you deserved, what you earned. You may have had a fantastic year, and maybe, in a different type of setting, you deserve to double your salary. But that doesn't happen because there is a percentage allocated that they have to manage over a large group of people. So if you start setting your rate back based on your salary, you've already made a huge mistake. As a business owner, you want to charge obviously what the market can bear, but you want to charge your value. And so you want to look, value is tied to customer problems. And what's the value of getting that problem fixed for them? All of these factors come into play. Our Solo PR Pro members have access to a deliverable called the Show Me the Money series that delves into this in great detail, and it goes over different pricing structures. So if you are, again, far enough along to be able to join Solo PR Pro, it's a really small investment for what you get. I would encourage you to do that because resources like this do exist. If you're not a member, you're not ready yet, and you're still in the worst research phase, definitely go to our site and check out the free resources on this. And then begin to, do some research on your own. There are tons of financial books out there and tons of books that deal with small business, finances, and accounting. So become a student of this so that you can really begin to think about your rate. The worst thing that you can do is to ask other people what they're charging. It's not always going to line up. Sometimes, I personally am higher price than many of my peers, but I've been doing this for 15 years and I've never, been homeless or hungry. I've been hungry, but not because I haven't had the money to eat. But, I have survived, and I've survived through different types of economies. And so I would not measure what I charge by what my peers charge. I mean, you can ask and you can use that, you can make yourself a little chart if that's what you want to do. But it really is a personal decision, and there's a lot of scientific factors that go into it. I want you to also realize that what you charge becomes really, really important to how you market, because price is how some people determine value. And I want you to really think about that. If you buy earbuds from the dollar store, you, in your mind, have already probably said, I know that these are not going to last me for a year, but it's maybe a quick fix. I need some headphones right now because mine are broken and these are only $5, and so I don't care. You don't place a lot of demand on a product that's pretty cheap. You have very low expectations of it. But if you go out and you buy AirPods Pro, your expectations are elevated and you are thinking and demanding more from that. You also think more about the quality. So do you want to be known as the low price, cut rate, option in the marketplace? Or do you want to be known for the quality of your work and the quality of your results? So your pricing has to align with how you plan to market your business. I hope that this has helped you, and I hope that you do take the steps to do the research, do some reading, get informed, and write your plan before you actually launch your business so that you can create a foundation for sustainable success.